read the tragic story of 6-year-old Isabel Harris, who died after inhaling fumes from a barbecue on a camping trip.
Now, sadly, this year alone, 3 people have died and 10 more have been hospitalised in similar incidents. So here's Anita with some words of warning that could literally save your life.
Sausages sizzling outdoors. Supermarkets sell hundreds of thousands of these handy, disposable barbecues every week during the camping season. It's a sure sign that summer is here. But even a tiny little barbecue like this, used in the wrong way, can be a killer. Roland Westling lives in Huddersfield. He and his girlfriend, Hazel Woodhams, had barbecued their supper while camping in Norfolk last summer. But when they went to bed, they made a tragic mistake.
The little barbecue had been out completely. At least visually, there was no glowing anymore. I could touch it. So we put it into the tent. But we always made sure that the tent was absolutely closed, so that absolutely nothing could come in, which of course then later meant that nothing could go out as well.
But in the middle of the night, Roland woke to discover his girlfriend wasn't breathing.
When I woke up, I was completely disorientated. I couldn't feel my entire right arm. I was lying on it. I then realized very quickly that Hazel was not alive anymore.
Roland was seriously injured. The barbecue he'd brought inside the tent had been giving off carbon monoxide fumes, odourless, invisible, and deadly. At any point, did you think it could have been the barbecue?
No. None of us would have thought that a tiny little barbecue, when there's no visible activity and the charcoal going on, could possibly be any harm.
Roland is trying to launch a research project to improve tent design so that carbon monoxide can be more easily detected and dispersed. In the last 2 years, at least 7 people in the UK have lost their lives because of carbon monoxide fumes from barbecues. Firefighter Mark Pratton has attended poisoning incidents and is warning campers about the dangers. The One Show has asked him to conduct an experiment. Just how quickly can a portable barbecue fill a tent with poisonous gases? Hello, Mark. Pleased to meet you. So Mark has put a carbon monoxide detector in this tent and is about to put a smouldering barbecue in too. This looks like it's gone out.
Yes, it's cold to touch, so I'm able to pick it up. It's not smoking, it's not smouldering in any shape or form.
It's quite nice and warm.
As you can feel, it's quite warm, and people would naturally assume it was safe to put this into a tented area, and they use that to obviously keep themselves warm during the evening.
And the problem's been made worse because modern tents are more airtight. Within minutes, the detector is going off.
As you can see now, the alarm's going off, and I've placed the barbecue in there.
It was like 3 minutes ago, if that.
The actual reading was nearly 500 parts per million.
But that doesn't seem like that much, Mark.
500 parts per million over a 6-hour period is a fatal dose.
Our barbecue is safely retrieved. And it's not just tents. Any enclosed area like a caravan or mobile home can also pose a danger.
Never take a portable disposable barbecue into an enclosed space, tented area, caravan or conservatory.
Lynn Griffiths campaigns on carbon monoxide awareness. She's asking supermarkets to put up warning notices in their stores. Some have agreed. She's even persuaded some, including Morrison's, to change the packaging on their barbecues in future. She wants others to follow. These are incredibly popular. We're a nation that loves to barbecue, disposable barbecue, and it says, do not use indoors. There's nothing about carbon monoxide poisoning, and there's nothing about tents.
No, or caravan. I'd like to see bigger warnings about the dangers of carbon monoxide poisoning, because carbon monoxide, if the level is high enough, can kill you in minutes.
So to avoid more needless tragedies, the message is simple. Do not take your barbecue indoors, even if you think it's gone out.
That will make a lot of people think, yeah.
Some good advice there. Dr. Sarah Jarvis is here. Now, this campaign has really stepped up a gear today, hasn't it?
It has. Really exciting. Lynn Griffiths, who was in the film today, went to a barbecue launch hosted by MP Graham Evans, and this is what they were launching. This is going to be up at campsites all over the country. It's being supported by lots of the major retailers. They're going to be putting it in their barbecue sections. Really good news.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
good
you've got
news.
a carbon monoxide alarm there as well. I mean,
I have indeed.
very
Probably not for
important.
tents, but very good
Well,
for
yes.
homes.
Yeah.
And really important, lots of people do not have these. They've got smoke alarms, but it's not the same thing. So really important to have them and replace them every 5 years or so.
Well, if you don't have one and you are in a tent, then obviously it's, the consequences are just, well, they're fatal, obviously. But what are the initial signs then? Do you know? I mean,
That's the scary thing. You can't smell it, you can't taste it, you can't see it. And yet the early symptoms are often very vague. You feel a bit sick, you feel a bit headachy, you might feel a bit dizzy. It often gets mistaken for a flu, a virus.